Doing this, continuing this little fun playthrough of DMC2. I'll start Lucia's disc now. I just did part 1 not too long ago of Dante's, and I think I'm gonna kind of go back and forth. I'm tired of that background music by now. I've been playing DMC1 on this collection, and that fucking background song repeats ad nauseum. No need to watch the opening again. Alright, so it begs the question which design to use. I've actually completed Lucia up through must die mode, so what you get is normal difficulty gets you this outfit, hard gets you this one, and Trish as a bonus character from the first game. She's also selectable in Dante's file. And then you get the secretary here, who's a little different kind of character completely, but still cool. I think, though, for this particular moment, playthrough, what have you, I'll go with the original outfit. And we'll be playing on normal. You can see everything's unlocked. 13 missions in her story. Honestly, if you've not played it, I would suggest playing hers first, because it's probably the easier.
In a time long since
We watched this in Dante's disc, so I'm gonna skip it. If you didn't see it, they're looking at artifacts in the church. Lucia's basically mother comes out. They talk about, an evil master that's trying to have, I don't know, demons take over. It's a little vague, but let's just start it. Normally you collect red orbs down there, but I'm not bothering with it since I already have a ton of orbs. You can see I have all of her equipment. Her basic swords are the standard between length and damage. These Clyamore have length but less damage. I use those through my normal playthrough. And these little shorter ones, Zambak, have high striking power. They're pretty much the best ones. Dante's are the same kind of way. She has throwing daggers, which all in all are probably her best throwable items. She has underwater levels, so they have the bow gun for that. These little short darts are good on groups of enemies, but I find that if enemies are close enough for these darts to be thrown, that you should just use your swords instead. And she has a bomb, much like Dante has the rocket launcher, kind of for crowd control. Oh, I don't get more? I want to get a showtime out of that. Wait, I'm going backwards. That's like the issue sometimes with having yeah, her escape point is up here. There it is. It's the issue with having multiple characters use the same, you know, areas, I guess. And most of my I'm gonna play this, like I said in the Dante playthrough, or most of mine, I skip fights like this. Not absolutely essential to my progress. I won't be showing off like hidden rooms or anything in this playthrough, because as you can see, I have her health bar actually maxed out. It's all blue instead of, you know, a little bit of green on it. I decided to get my trophies on her version of the disc because her disc is generally the easier one of the game. But just like Dante's playthrough, it meeting up here at this church area. Okay, I guess that was with him then. That area can give out a lot of red orbs. Rank A, not bad. Wish that stylish could have been higher. It would have been an S rank mission. If you got a couple more enemies in the that Coliseum area. See what we have here. Suppose I should keep powering up her swords when I get the chance to. There are specific achievements for like power up all of Dante's swords to level 3, power up all of Lucia's, you know, armor, the armory, the weapons to level 3, stuff like that. I forget which is which, but to get the platinum in this already. My real memory of this is I got this game for my birthday when it came out, because I heard Devil May Cry was good. And it's like, oh, 2 just came out. Well, that one must be even better, right? Ended up not being the case, and, you know, the court of popular opinion. But, I still had fun playing it. I think it was a good introduction to the somewhat harder first game to get into the series. But I remember I took this into GameStop after I had pretty much perfected it on the PS2, and I wanted to get... There we go. The new Madden that came out for that year, which is like Madden 06 or something, probably. And, they're like, we'll give you 35 cents for this. Which is, you know, GameStop being GameStop anymore, but... The price I got for good condition... Like, I take care of my game discs, good condition discs that just happen to not be, like, the it game at the time. They've given me, like, anywhere between $6 and $10 for. Alright, let's see if I can get... This is where I got the S rank with her before. Against this little boss coming up here. Let me see if I can do that again. But yeah, GameStop is... I think GameStop is going under, which is good because it's a fucking racket, in my opinion. Alright. Alright. There's two. Keep it up. I got too greedy. I could have got up to a showtime, and I've gotten up to a showtime and just not been hit. But now my damage level's gone down and all sorts of things. Fuck it. I think that was actually the last trophy I had to get, was the S rank with Lucia here. Because when you already have that aerial heart, you skip so much of that level, and it all depends on if you get enough orbs, you know. But back here there's some. You saw that mass of them that I got. Up there's one. You can get some here too. So yeah, it's stylish average would have been higher. Damage would have been an S because I wouldn't have got hit the whole fight. Stylish would have been an S because I would have kept my oh shit, what's he say? The showtime during the end of the boss fight, and when you have to finish the boss super close to get the massive orbs it drops. Because if it would have been over 2,000 orbs there, it would have been a B, and it would have been literally SSSSB, which would have still brought it up to an S rank. But it is what it is. You can check out guides on YouTube for it. Just put in Lucia S rank guide, and you know. It'll take you... The same guy showed that off and showed me how to do Dante's against the Fury of Taurus. So, pretty much taught me both ways. It's weird to see him with that regular sword, because I do not use that. And with her, too, those...
Where's Mathieu? 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 Good grief. They really made a big mess, didn't they?
I guess I'll keep these cutscenes in the middle.
Sure took him a while to find this place. Oh, you have arrived, son of Sparta.
I guess I stand corrected.
Knew him?
This is where
Oh, yes.
her Lucia's basically mom
We are the guardians of this land, Vidumali.
teaches
Our
what's
clan
going
once
on.
fought against the demons with Sparta, son of Sparta. We must ask this favor of you. You see, there's a man who's transformed our land into a demon's paradise. His name is Arius. And although he is the president of an international public corporation, he uses the demon power. Please, deal with Arius and his master for us.
Looks like it's your lucky day.
Wonderful. I am very pleased. It leads to a harbor. If you are successful, I will tell you a story about your father, son of Sparta. Did you obtain the other Arcanus, my dear? Here is the bastone. Now we have only one piece remaining. I believe that it is in the ruin.
I know.
Alright, in the ruin. Alright, fuck that phone. See, there's a lot of repeating stuff. Like this. Big goatling is here too. At least the game like tells you what to do. I hate her little pivot dodge. Conjures up all this bullshit. If you go into where you fought the giant gorilla with Dante back there, you get her secondary swords, the Clyamore. Again, Lucia, I usually also skip these guys. I think Lucia is like way quicker than Dante as far as physical attacks go, so or maybe it just feels faster because hers are such more of a short range, you know. Like her devil trigger is actually like an angel form. Her alternate outfits don't have a different one, but the secretary's outfit is like a black angel thing. And that secretary is that you get for beating like the super hard mode is actually a character we'll be encountering later. Well, a mini boss, kind of. And her gates just open because this is easy mode. Sucks I got hit there. But right on to the boss then. I do like the design of the bosses in this game. In my opinion, actually, DMC has pretty well designed main bosses, but ow. This boss has no chance, so I'm not really taking it seriously. There's an exploit. In the menu, there's a mode called Bloody Palace, which you fight and you advance as much as you can to get as many red orbs as you can. So you basically can get all the orbs you need to power stuff up, and I just powered up what was necessary to get all the achievements. But the thing with that is there's actually an exploit. If you change your system's language to Chinese, the lowest setting on your language thing, like traditional Chinese, and hold a certain combination of buttons after you've beaten Must Die mode, you can select a character with like infinite devil trigger. So you infinite devil trigger, you go that optional character Trish, you jump, and her aerial move is like she shoots like bolts of like lightning energy kind of, and it is hugely damaging. But you have infinite devil trigger, so you can just stay in the air and shoot bolts at everything. And it's then from there on it's just a more of attrition, really. But it's funny, if you look at like my trophies, you'll see those are unlocked with like the Chinese characters for the unlock flavor text, and it's like, oh wow, how did this happen? See her throwing attack and devil trigger is pretty useful. It can hit multiple enemies and it wraps around to wraps around to the target is what I meant to say. Yeah, who cares about the rank? Next mission. I think I'll wait to upgrade her other sword all the way. This is another good mission to get high marks on, but I'm just gonna dodge all these guys. I feel like this is somehow quicker to do. Fuck a combo. Interesting that it actually like locks you there. But there are little other ways to skip quickly through missions, which is appreciated. And unlike Dante's version of this level, we just have one tank to deal with. That's it. And two annoying ass birds that accompany it. If you're trying to keep the showtime going. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I think the kicks add another hit, but I'm not dead sure. I think on the infested tanks, you do more damage if you're closer to the infestant area, but I find chopping at the side works just as well. And it literally can't hit you, so it's way easier. Let me move to the factory. Again, I would recommend, if you're playing through, to just skip the fights in here. That's why my orb counts are always so low, I think, but at the same time, I'm all about, like, completion speed for this game anyway. And you only need to get one S rank to get the achievement, so, like, S ranking every mission is more like a personal thing if you really want to. As far as getting all, like, the optional blue orbs and stuff that you can't buy at, like, the God of Time, like, store there, like, where you upgrade weapons and everything, look it up on a guide, because it's all compared with getting secret rooms, and once you have those done, then it's finding them in the levels. So I would recommend having a guide that shows you how to do both at the same time. This is interesting because I have kind of thought about the story behind, like, where this, I'll wait for it to come up, where this evil heart comes from. Do you think it's Arius or whoever just, like, throwing it down? Alright, nothing in there. You can see, really doesn't drain health fast. I think it drains it higher. More health on higher difficulties, but really no chance of it killing me right now. Because I don't have to take it too much farther, honestly. DMC3 has a similar mechanic where the heart really travels with you a bit. Already drained it. Yeah, in this game, if you hit one of those red orb like source things like that, it's not in later playthroughs. I think that was an update to the HD collection, actually. And there's some hidden stuff here if it's done right, but I'm just gonna fly through it because that room before, if you go all the way down and then fly all the way up, where I just went into like that red orb stone thing, it'll you get the fire heart there with both characters. Right here, when you put the evil heart into this recess, it gives you the electric heart. So you literally have all three of Lucia's elemental hearts right away. If you go back outside there, that little pit area will be covered in lava and you can get other stuff from it, but I already have the blue orb that you can get out there and the secret room, so it's not really worth it. The only bad thing about her not having guns is like these bad enemies that are coming up. It's kind of just as it is, you know, whether or not your knives hit them. Meaning they don't die right away, but it's still a pretty sure thing because she throws them pretty quick. You can see it's not like Dante's are like doo -doo 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 -doo, you know, down. I got them all. Okay. Actually, I don't know if I played into the factory with Dante yet on his part. I forget. I might have just ended it in the city. I think I did, actually. So we're a little ahead of his story. That is one of the secretary enemies that you fight later. Lucia can... That's her outfit. For the hardest difficulty.
Well, well, it appears that the defect is back.
Defect?
You are my creation.
Liar! Mathieu is my mother.
She merely found you when you were about to be disposed of, and then raised you as a soldier. Is that what you consider to be a mother?
No! I don't believe you.
Look. You have the mark on your shoulder. Proof that you're a mannequin. Kai. That is your real name. Now, give me the Arcanas. With them, my power will be complete, and I will become like the immortal Argosax. I will achieve absolute wisdom and transcend all. The world is already warned. Everything that belongs to the devils will eventually revert to its original form. Even you will betray your upbringing and turn on the humans. Accept it.
Oh, damn it. If you don't get those savage golems right away, they can go and rebuild themselves. These little fucking deep Demono chorus things are just a pain in my ass. Every time I play through. Okay. I don't know if Lucia, if there's a way to kill them before they're all spawned, but the big fight, part of this fight is actually more of the larva than anything else. Don't let them swallow you. I mean, it just does minor damage, but you let them burst out and blow them up, but it like just creates another one. So you're better off just dodging everything. And doing what damage you can this way. How many are there? Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, it should be a challenging fight, but... Alright, well... It's a pretty low boss fight, honestly, in my opinion.
I was created. That's why I have this ability. Someday I'll attack humans. I have to go.
Yeah, go to the water, live there, die there. There's a blue orb back in here if Oh, this segment is pretty much Lucia only. There's like a ruins area here, and she kind of explores the water side of things. Oh, and when you're in the water, you only have the gun and your explosives. Now, it should be said, this mission ends here because you don't have the bow gun yet, so it's just kind of like, alright, deal with it, and then, you know, move on. Do this mission here yet, I believe. And then we'll call it a day for this playthrough, because it'll at least be in 2 parts then. I never use items, man. I always have an S for that. There's a blue orb in that alcove right there to the left. You play a game so many times you have it like so memorized. Feels good. I like this game. I don't care what other people say. It's a little hokey, sure, but... Right side. There's a strong current that'll be shown here. But it like the game like shows you where to go pretty much. I'll give Devil May Cry the series credit. The 1, 2, and 3 that I've played, they've all showed. I played a little bit of 4, but I have it for the 360, but take care of these Sargassos first. Making a return appearance from number 1. Really, I would have thought that did enough damage to stop it. From attacking. You can see the arrow gun's pretty quick. This puzzle's a bit forgiving since it's underwater with the time, so if you miss one along the way, it's not a huge deal really. You get a little platform section from it. Dante's platform section, these like magical steps things, is way more dicky. See, they phase out, but don't really worry about the time because they come back soon enough. It doesn't really fuck with you. I might do one more mission after this one, just to conclude this like segment for her. Never did like to sink faster, damn it. You can see the drawing on the wall there, that there's a like a giant snake thing going on. Kind of a giveaway. Not completely though. You really should pick up the green orbs if even if you don't have low health, because they're a massive red orb boost otherwise. Now this guy's a dick on the must die difficulty. Cause he has a thing where, see, he like fades in and out. Why is he not fading in? Well, tell me he's doing this shit now too. There he goes. Oh, so if he's just gonna... He fades in when he does his charge move, but not otherwise. That's great. Still kind of dicky. Kind of just stand there and take the hit because that underwater bow gun's actually pretty damaging, and it's a continuous rate of fire too. As close as she has to a gun. The hole. There it is. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do the next mission quick too. A little bit away. Oh, my leg just got a cramp. Sitting cross-legged. Okay. Gotta time it right. Damn it. Now it hit there. Oh, whatever. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. You can time that heal thing way more than those strikes for some reason. See, it has no chance of killing you. It's just an outright annoyance. Ignore these things here, but go up to this area. Okay, I guess it's just not going to give me the red orbs up there this time. a way to skip these enemies, but it's like an underwater passage back in that room where you get some good orbs, green orb and a fragment, but since I'm just leaving them anyway. And here's where her version of this puzzle exists. See, her range isn't enough to just stand in the middle and strike these in this particular formation. So the door opening, we get this fun little climbing thing. Reminds me of the water temple from Ocarina of Time, so it gets a little bit of a bonus point for that. Oh, I wish I had double trigger to skip it. Depth perception with jumping is actually kind of tricky in this game. Yeah, fuck these guys. There's a row of like semi-indestructible things here, but if you hit them enough, they blow up, and that gives you a heart there. I believe it's the offense heart, which I think it's way late. Because she starts with healing heart. It's probably the best one to have at any given time. And we face the brother of the other guy, pretty much. Now his fight's a bit more tricky because, well, you'll see. A lot more stuff happens during this fight. I was hitting the parry button, damn it. Those two when he throws both at once is actually somewhat tricky to dodge, if you would believe that. If you're not parrying the whole way, it kinda can blow up in your face. If you're trying to no damage him anyway. Oh, fuck you.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. Now we can stop Arius's ambition.
Whatever.
But actually, I do not deserve this power.
Holy shit.
Please, to Mathieu for me. Please. I've got something that I need to take care of.
Her accent sounds very similar to another guard I work with. Though that guard is supposed to have a German accent. So Who knows? But anyway, just next mission to save everything. This is what we'll leave off here for the Lucia playthrough today. We have missions 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 in the next one. But I'm going to go back and do some Dante stuff, because I think I only did his first like 6 or 7. Because he has like 18 total, so it'll be Dante, Lucia, pretty much. And 5 parts. And just alternating, you know, accordingly. But, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, take it easy. Hey, you get to see my home screen.